extravagant lifestyle in real estate, is it really necessary? How it's done? What people do? With us, David Obio.
Brother, how are you, man?
Thank you so much for having me at your beautiful office here.
Yeah, no, it's my pleasure. Thanks for coming down. I mean, no one can see behind this camera, but I jokingly said you came in here looking like Inspector Gadget. had all the bins, had all the mics, had the dead cat, everything, right? So no, happy to have you, man.
No, absolutely. Like, I love what you have done with the place.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, it turned out great.
It turned out great, and you're like in Georgetown now. Like,
Yep.
this is where you're full time right now. Obviously, you're trading everywhere and stuff like that.
As we just said, I was just in St. Thomas yesterday, right? But then no, it's 5 minutes away from the house. Perfect prime location, and
you're in downtown here, man.
Yeah, well, and intentionality too, right? Like, we've been running so much advertising to be in this area. Right. So the next thing was to bring the sense of physicality more so than just our advertisements or print mails and all those things.
Absolutely.
So having the head base here now has already helped out a lot with, we'll say, a little bit more recognition, right? But it comes with time.
Yeah, so I called you the other day with a particular topic.
Yep.
And the topic is like realtors that are just starting out or the realtors that are in business.
Right.
Is it absolutely necessary for you to fake the entire image? Like, you know, like I know how I started, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I guess it's the old adage, fake it till you make it.
I don't think it works.
No, that's what I'm saying, but I think that's what people sell themselves to buy their own BS, for lack of better terms, right? Fake it till you make it. I think, well, I know how I started out. I'm still young, but I was very young, knocking on doors. There wasn't anything to fake. It was, I'm here, I'm sincere, I'm genuine, can I help?
Right.
It didn't matter if I was wearing a Gucci loafers or if I was wearing, at the time, probably like my old beat up DC shoes that I had in the closet, right?
Yeah.
So, no, I think...
But you were bringing value, right?
And I can bring, look, am I presented well? Yeah, I'm dressed nice, but I can bring value on the beach. Like, I've literally gotten clients shirtless. My point is, I don't need to be all this. It's like they hear me speak, they understand, I know what I'm talking about, and they're like, yeah, I trust you in that facet. Tell me more. So I think it's the fake it till you make it in terms of the image is fair because you think you need to get the nice watch and the car and all that stuff. But if you understand what you're talking about and you can do that at a high level,
that's true.
You can do it anywhere. So that part you can't fake. You either are or you aren't. You need all the other stuff to make yourself feel confident. But if you just have the confidence to know what you're talking about, like I said, you could do it in a t-shirt. You could do it in shorts. Not saying to go out.
Yeah, of course.
I want to make that very clear. But my point is, if your confidence stems from having a nice watch or having that, it's not the right approach. It's not the right place to be.
Yeah. So for example, like if you as a new realtor today had to spend $20,000 on a watch versus spending $20,000 in knowledge, business, mentorship, coaching, etc., right? So what would you do? Honestly.
Yeah. No. Honestly. Well, I mean, what did I do? I did it right. I spent $0 on advertising, $0 on marketing. I door knocked on 200 doors a day. I made $260,000 my first year in the business just because I was told if you hit these metrics, and I was doing it, I had 2 suits. I got married, I had a blue navy suit I got married in, and my groomsman had a gray suit. So I had the blue suit and I had the gray suit, and my headshot was actually in the gray suit. And those were the only 2 suits I had, and my whole thing was sweat equity. If I don't get the luxury of spending money, like I even said, we have this office now, I pay so much money in promotional advertising. I got there through sweat equity. Once I started to make money, then I would start to invest money, right? So the watches, the cars, all that stuff, that was I needed to put sold signs on for sale signs. That is what I needed to do, and that's all I focused on day in and day out, right? So I think I would give anyone, before you start spending money, you need to start earning money, and then from that money, you give yourself permission to spend it on different facets. That's really where it stems from.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, you're saying exactly what I'm thinking in my head, to be honest with you. But then, like, moving on forward, like I remember you, the first week you started, the first month you started, the first and stuff like that. The interesting aspect with you, even at that time, you were always trying to be in the best room possible with the best people.
Always.
You were trying always to initiate the right conversations. You were always trying to be surrounded with success. Not necessarily you projecting success, because you did not have a Rolex at the time.
Nope.
You did not have, like $100,000 car or whatever it might be. But I think, like you said, that knowledge, time, persistence, no going back, and sweat equity is
100%.
what makes a huge difference, right?
Yeah, well, I remember, just like you said, the first thing I started investing is I got a coach right away, right? Which was so scary for me to be spending $1,000 a month and
without any money.
Yeah, right. But at least at that time there was money in the business, right?
Sure.
There was money to make those payments for it. But it was, I don't know what I don't know. I would rather be the minnow in a Shark Tank and keep leeching off of them in a respectful way. And I truthfully believe this. If I'm in that room, which I was in dozens of them, where I know I was a lowest tier, lowest caliber person, I was just going to be the best student. I wasn't going to try to play teacher.
You push forward. That
100%. But going in there with the sense of understanding, I don't actually have that much value to bring at this point. But if I'm a really good student, people will appreciate bestowing their wisdom upon me. And then the second part of it is, oh, the kid actually went out and did it.
Right.
Then I would get that reputation. I would come back and be a student, and I would learn,
right?
and I would go back and they go, oh, this kid just sold these many houses, did this, whatever. And I was like, okay, but it's through you guys and your wisdom. So please continue to teach, right? And even with the evolution of brokerages and all these things, that was the seeking out moment of, how do I go find those producers? How do I go find those people? And what we're doing right now, right? How do we better network and get through things? And then you start realizing there's a certain level, being a 7-figure producing agent, how many of them are actually out there? How are they doing it? And even all the big names I could think of, Sam, all those guys, they're still in their masterminds trying to connect amongst their people saying, what are we doing? And that's really what it comes down to. Your network is your key power source, for lack of better terms. And if you guys, it's like the blind leading the blind. If you and your friends are sitting down, you're like, how do we do this? And that's the main question. And no one at the table says, well, here's how we do this. And here's how I've done this. And here's my results. Get the hell out of that room.
Yes.
Leave that table.
Yes.
You might love all those people on that level, but from the business sense,
yes,
get the hell out of there.
It doesn't make sense.
Get around that table where someone goes, oh, you're trying to do this? I've already done that 3 times. Do this. And you go, yep, thank you so much. Take that blueprint and go do it. And then the key thing, don't even think about what's being told to you until you reserve the right to think. When I was being told to knock on doors, I didn't think, oh, you know what, but the social media thing, this is cool, I'll do it. No. I didn't even give myself permission to think. You told me to do this, you've done it before and it worked for you. Until I make it work for myself, I don't even put my own creativity on top, my own spin on it. And that's what I did. And then I got to a certain point where I said, okay, I've made it to what you've told me to do and what you've told me to do and what you've told me to do.
Gonna have my own version.
Now I'm gonna think about things a little bit, because I reserve that right. And I truthfully tell everyone, and then I talk to someone and say, hey, why don't you do this? And the first thing they say, and I hate it, well, I thought, or well, maybe it wouldn't work for me. And I go, no, you just don't work.
Yeah.
Period.
But isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Like now when you're looking from outside in, and when you have realtors of different calibers come to you today with all of your experience and the trades and the sold signs you've put up, like you can almost see through them.
Oh, easy.
Like isn't that, you know what I mean?
Easy.
It's like they're looking at you, they're like, I don't know if, like you said, like I don't know if that works or if that doesn't work, like, but you're basing it on what? You're basing it off nothing.
You're basing it off of you, and you're not credible. So you don't get you're not allowed to have the foundation. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like yes. you ask a question as a student, but then all of a sudden you want to be eye to eye with the teacher. Your whole life is never going to work for you. You're going to continually follow this rabbit hole where, well, I think, and oh, well, I think this. No, I'm sorry, it's not going to work for you.
It.
Period.
Forget it.
The most wealthy that I've ever met, the one thing they say is get good mentors and be a good student.
Yeah.
Period. And here's the problem is, if you're talking to someone and you're seeking their advice and their opinion, and then you go turn around and you say, well, I think this, you're talking to the wrong person. You don't respect that person. If you speak to someone you respect and they say, go do this, and you truthfully respect them, you're going to go, yes, sir. Jump how high? Because I actually believe you. Like, I actually believe that you are going to lead me to my destination. That's the problem with people, and even with the watch the car. Oh, I think I should do this. Oh, I think, and they're running in circles on what other people, they think other people want me to do.
Perceptions.
Oh, God, man. It's just, like, you know me since day one. I don't care about, I care what my family thinks about me. I care what my friends and those really close to me, and obviously the clients who park their trust in us. But everyone else, I'm like, hey, brand new Lamborghini Ferrari. Good for you. I'm happy
man.
for you, man. Fantastic.
Like,
it's
isn't
okay.
that interesting? Like when you live your own life, okay, and when you have your own pillars and your own friends, and like I know myself, I'm not at this moment in particular in a mission phase where like I want to extend my friendship. I want to decline my group.
You want to get deeper in what you have.
Like deeper, what I like, you know what I mean? So and they say, because the jealousy. I'm like, brother or sister, has nothing to do with jealousy.
Right.
I'm just not in that track. I got my own track, and I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm happy for you.
Yep.
Right? If we can interlace or do something in between or together, fine. But if not, see you later.
Yeah, and actually the reason why I pull out my phone is not to be rude and respond to texts and emails, but my reason I pull out my phone is because I actually did just this. I did a little exercise, and I broke down clarity. And again, you're trying to get the nice watches and all these things for other people. What you're realizing is you actually don't know what you stand for, why you're doing what you're doing, and you kind of come fault to, oh, that's what success looks like, so I should go get that. But that's how people end up miserable, and they get to a place like, oh, I thought I was supposed to be happy here. It's like, yeah, but not, because if other people tell you you need to be happy, you got a problem, right?
Yeah, you have to be happy from within.
So what I did was and I have all my thoughts on my son. I'm surprised his phone hasn't caught fire yet, that it actually still works in there.
Yeah, me too. I care.
Always, man. Yeah. So what I broke it down to is life's whole thing of what you can have comes down to two things. You can have tangible, the watch, the car, but then you have the non-tangible. Quality family time, what my kids think of me, the fact that I want to go to heaven as a Christian, all these things. I can't go to the store and buy that, right? So what I realized was, okay, there's something I can have, and then along the pursuit, I don't want to lose. I get the nice watch at the expense of me not being a present father or present husband. It doesn't work for me. So those two kind of come in balance. And then the next two columns, so I kind of made a quadrant. So it's what I want in the physical sense, what I want almost as like a legacy, character, all these things. And then the bottom two columns are what I do and what I don't do. Very clearly. And the what I don't do list was very surprising. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't hang out with losers, I don't do this, I don't do that. And then just realize, oh, that's the rubric for my definition of success. Not, oh, I need to have this nice car to impress you. It's like, no, because this is what I want for the physical world, the nice home for my family, whatever. And this is what I want to be remembered for. And these are the things I do to get that, and these are the things I stay away from and avoid. And then it gave me so much clarity, and I said, and I told our whole team, this is an exercise we're gonna do, because this is how you're gonna set your goals around you. And the problem is, once you go on Instagram and you see that really quick reel, you're like, oh, maybe I should go do one of those. It's like, chill.
Yeah.
Remember the things you want, make a plan around that, make sure you don't lose sight of who you're trying to become along the way, do these things, and stay the hell away from that.
Very powerful. Very powerful.
Period.
But it's interesting. You said a couple of things. The religious aspect, this world, family, and who you're trying to be, and how you will become that.
Correct.
Right? And along that journey, it resonates with me because the same thing. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. Not because my mom and dad is watching. I just don't do.
Yeah, and for all those people out there that do, I'm not saying like
I'm not bragging or not bragging. This is me.
And I'm not saying you're lesser than me.
Yes.
It's just I'm clear on what I want. As long as you're clear on what you want, and in your rubric, doing drugs and drinking is in it, then you're living your definition of success.
Of your life or your
it's
journey.
It's not me imposing on things, right? Just want to be clear with that.
But have you had situations where your buddies or friends and they're trying to get you back on that track? I have another drink, or have another smoke, or have this, have that. So now in your head, you don't have the problem saying no.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's easy,
right?
Yeah.
And once it's clear and it's sincere from within, when you say no, it's okay, I don't drink. Like, come on, man, just another shot. We're having a good time.
Yep.
No, like you see how like people's faces change. They're like, oh.
They always come to me.
Like,
and
you know what I mean?
They come to me and they go, oh, like like, are you like a recovering alcoholic? Or
Yes.
Because there's got to be something
There's got to be
wrong.
a reason why.
Because I just choose not to drink, and I go, no, man, I just got young kids, and I don't like to be hungover in the morning. I have to deal with them. I'm trying to maintain a six pack. Like, why do I got to explain my whole life to you? Like,
exactly.
I don't want to
That's the
drink,
thing.
and if you want to drink, go enjoy your drinks. It's all good. But it almost feels like misery loves company to its pedigree. It's like, oh, well, if I'm drinking, you got to drink too. If someone opens up a bag of chips, they go, here, have some. Because it's like, I don't want to drink. Because I'm on a diet. They go, oh, am I fat?
But they know it's like, wrong too.
Exactly. Exactly. So, anyways, but you're right. There, to your point, actually, though, yeah, people. The weird and truthful thing is, the answer is yes. People will come and do that to you. But the answer for me is no. No one in my life, like actually close to me,
does that.
No one. It's for a long time.
Yeah.
And I still connect with other people. And I actually had someone, I'm not going to be saying any names, that came and chatted with me. They go, man, I got to get some people in my life. And I said, the fact that you have the realization, but you didn't take any steps to make that happen, you have a problem.
Yeah.
You make that realization, you get them out of your life. Yeah. Period. Right? So the answer is yes, I think for most people. They're like, oh man, but my best friend, I would go clubbing every weekend, whatever. But it's like, if you don't want to do it anymore and they're really your best friend, they're going to want to see the best version of you, and they're going to accept that, and they're cool. You don't do these things anymore, we applaud that. But there's this weird thing of like, are they going to, you're lame or whatever,
say
right?
Something, are they going to call me out or whatever?
Yeah.
But I believe it's the same in business too, right? Like they know, and maybe they don't know, but they feel that it's wrong with particular steps that they're doing.
Sure.
Let's say clubbing or whatever. Like, let's use that as an example. And on a Monday they say, oh, I don't want it, I don't need it. Friday comes along, a couple of friends call, they kind of in the same loop. Yep. It's the same thing with the business, what you said. You have a mentor or coach, they tell you to go door knocking. You don't even ask how many doors. You just do
go.
it,
yep.
And you just go. If they give you a script, you just follow it, right? And that's how you break through and get clarity, right? In business or in life and stuff like that. Like, I made a couple of choices long time ago. Like, either I'm driving my kids to school or I'm picking them up. There's no other option.
Yep.
Right? I have to be there.
Super cool.
Once.
That's amazing.
For that 15, half an hour.
I remember you told me that your real title is not realtor, it's Uber dad. Yeah. I remember you told me that one time when I laughed. Yeah, it's interesting.
And the interesting thing you told me, because I remember that, you said, brother, I respect you for that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because it's clear what you want. Mm-hmm. Like whatever it is, you want to make $1 million, you want to make 100,000, you want to make $1 billion, whatever it is, but it's clear. So when it comes to real estate, that false perception from maybe viewers, clients, other colleagues, and all the other people out there, how much do we actually work? Do we even have free time? Like, people see us and it's a lucrative business, it's a cutthroat business, demanding business, very competitive. I believe competitive when you look at it like that, but when you're taking out the real people, I don't think it's competitive. I think we're kind of all on similar pages or same pages at the top, the cream. So how does that look? Like, is it really heavy? I
guess it's someone I would honestly ask to say the same question would be a politician.
Right.
You're just on. When I'm talking to my neighbors, when I'm at home in my boxers chilling with my kids and we're drinking orange juice straight out the bottle, that's me. Yeah. But the second I go outside,
done.
I'm on. So I think I think it also depends on the level and what you want to do. If you just want to do 5 deals a year,
fine.
It's fine. You want to do 5 deals a day? There's a very different pedigree. It's literally day and night, but I also think that's the level of professionalism that's brought across. You're doing 5 deals a year, you're not worried about consistency, scalability.
You can do it in your boxers, man.
You can do it in your boxers with the orange juice box, right?
Yeah.
But so I think the answer is, do we work hard? I think it's, do we assume that lifestyle? And I know to the level I'm at, it's 100% yes. When I go pick up my kids from school, Everyone there knows not only that I'm in real estate, they're like, oh, I see you all over with your listing videos, all over line, all these things. I go to the grocery store, it's the same thing. So I have to get ready to be on or what conversation. I'm literally a walking first impression. I don't know who I'm gonna meet, when I'm gonna meet, and I built it up like that. So it's like, man, do we work?
That's not easy to constantly keep.
Even
like you're kind of like an actor, a politician,
that's
a
what
musician,
I'm saying. But here's the thing,
figure, right?
But here's to the viewers. Oh, being an actor must be nice. Oh, being a politician must be nice. Try. That's what I'm saying.
Try.
So the answer is yes. I work, even like we're at the cottage. The kids know Daddy's taking calls in the morning, afternoon, evening. I'm coordinating. Hey, can someone go show this client this house? Hey, can we go? It doesn't stop.
It doesn't.
If I put my phone down for long enough, I promise you the police will be at my door because people go, I think he died or something. I promise you, man. Like, and even like, oh man. So
and even your kids, like I know my kids. I have 2 kids, and they feel it. You know, like they're like. You know, like Daddy's constantly on the phone. There's constantly a conversation about real estate.
And in the background, like, shh. Yeah, my wife's like, hey guys,
yeah,
my Daddy's on the phone. And people don't understand that, right? They get to go home after 5 o'clock and they go, what do you guys want to do for dinner? I'm like, oh, at dinner table, give me a sec. And I'm like,
yeah,
hey John, how's it going?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
100%,
they don't get it, man.
100%. And that's why, like, I'm personally blessed with my wife having that partner. I see that
who gets it,
and they're like, you know what I mean? It's like on feel like she's carrying the kids
mess
around.
Control.
Like, exactly.
They're mess control. They're cleaning up and making sure.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's the best, man.
So I was talking to a musician and stuff like that, and he's like a piano player. And he asked me, how's your business and the perception of real estate and stuff like that? I'm like, let me put it into your own world. He's like, okay. It's like, what kind of music you play? It's like, classic. Yep. I'm like, great. So you have a big piano. You are focused. You practice a particular piece. You have your little notes.
Music notes, everything, yep.
Music notes. And you play it. So how is that going to work out? It's like, well, I think it's going to work out great. Because I have everything in front of me. Yeah. I'm playing that piano. Everything is perfect. I said, great. So let me ask you another question. So now I take you with your little piano. We go to a bar. And then we will have a rotating musicians. We're going to have jazz players come through. We're going to have blues, rock, rap, like all of the genres come through, right? And you're going to be playing the main guy with all. It's like, well, like
it'd be a mess.
I'm like, I cannot do that. I'm like, see, that's the difference between 9 to 5. The guy sitting,
everything is lined up,
and then us. It's the piano player with the rotating musician. You have no idea who you're gonna get to, but you have to keep up.
100%.
So now the knowledge is not only one field. Oh, I only know how to lease basements. Yeah, you can do that if you're at that level. But if you want to be, you know, like a master in your field. I saw you had a driver the other day. You're sitting at the back, you're driving, you know what I mean? It's exactly. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, you shift, you adopt, you use your technical maybe terms, knowledge, marketing, you name it, right? Like you use everything, and you have to adopt because
it changes constantly.
It changes constantly. Like you step out of the city, the core city where we're at, you step out, people are trading real estate differently. Very differently.
Very differently. Yep.
So I was trading I had to, I'm like, okay, so I sit in my car and I drive like this, and before I get to the destination, I'm changing in the back of my seat just to put like
shorts or something. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're showing a farm. If that farmer sees me dressed like this, he's like, who is this kid? What are you doing? Are you from CRA? Are you a tax man?
What's going on?
So I have to kind of like match
well,
his image.
Mirror and match is one of the biggest things in sales, but it's to your point, and this is, I think, a really good kind of underlying close off with this. My son, Joe, like, kids say silly things, and if you have kids, you get it. One day, so Christian knows, he tells everyone, oh, my dad's a realtor, sells houses, it's so cute, right? Hayes, who knows what the kid says, whatever, right? But one day he told someone, he goes, my dad's a firefighter. And Christian goes, he's not a firefighter, he's a realtor. But I guess whatever, right? Yeah. And then Hayes came up to me and he goes, Dad, aren't you a firefighter? And I go, I actually am.
Yeah.
I'm putting out fires all day long.
All day long.
They're not in a burning building, but there's, hey, by the way, the money didn't get transferred, the bank didn't send their instructions, we need to postpone closing, it's a Friday, the client's already moved out, they're staying in a hotel,
Trucks are on the field,
like, it's like, whoa. Okay, I got to find. And by the way, that was a true story. It was absolutely horrendous. It's so messed up. But it's like 100 miles an hour. Oh God, we got to fix this right now. Put out this fire quick. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, let me just pause the other 3 that I'm fire on. Call my assistants and go, hey, you guys try to deal with these ones. At least get the water going. Yeah. Because I gotta take care of this one, right? Yeah. So that is real estate. All while keeping calm, keeping composed. Everyone looking at you. Please solve this right now.
Yes.
And you go, yep, no problem. Let me get to it, or set it like so. None of this has to do with what watch you're wearing. I think that was the biggest thing we started to know. None of this has to do with car I'm getting into at the end of the day or driving to my appointment. It's, are you it? Period. And that comes from your knowledge. That comes from the rooms that you're in.
Yeah.
That comes from the confidence. Like I said, I can deliver a message, and I have some beautiful suits. I can deliver that same message in my boxers. But if you heard the audio, you'd be like, man, that's just it. Yeah. Then you attach the visual after, but the audio is the most important thing, and that comes from what you know.
David, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Keep putting off these fires. You're doing such a great job. And for all of you, I hope you like this video, and see you soon.
Cheers. God bless.